think that's how she does it. Whatever. Hi everyone. Let's talk about Rina Sawayama. Born out of Japan, currently residing in the UK, Rina Sawayama has made music up until this point since 2017. She made it big off of some of her singles like Cyber Stockholm Syndrome, Afterlife as well. These two singles, along with a few others, led up to two EPs that were released in 2017, the Rina EP as well as the Cyber Stockholm Syndrome EP. Cyber Stockholm Syndrome did not receive that much attention, but it was the Rina EP that garnered a lot of credibility, notability. It was a playful fusion of electropop and contemporary R&B that had a lot of distinctive character and personality to it. She also got help from R&B pop wizard Clarence Clarity. He is also helping her on this new album over here, which I was kind of excited going into because this is her debut album, this is her moment to shine. Some of the singles leading up to this album got me very interested, like STFU as well as Chosen Family. XS, not so much, but it is a catchy song, I won't deny it. And so we're here, we have 13 tracks, 43 minutes of runtime. What do we get? Well, for one, I gotta say, this album starts off great with the track Dynasty. With these subtle horns that play in the background, then you get this electric guitar just going away. It's doing its thing, and then Rina comes in very gently, and then she builds her voice up until there. We then get to the chorus, which is just almost godlike. These proclamations of Dynasty. I can't do a good interpretation, but I hope you understand what I mean. This thing just shifts into like a hard rock kind of song, and honestly, it's one of the best songs on here. It is a stunning opener to this album, but it's also a bangin' one at that too. The riffs are really nice as well. It doesn't feel gimmicky either. It's pop and rock that fuses together that doesn't sound horrific. I wish XS was the same story, but the short guitar lead that you get in this track that happens in sections is mixed kind of weirdly. It feels distant from the rest of the instrumentals. Like, it feels like the instrumentals are here and then the guitar is like happening over here. I hope that makes sense. It just does not feel connected to the song as a whole. I did say this earlier, but this song is pretty catchy, so it isn't one of the worst songs on here. But it isn't one of my favorites. STFU is another one of those songs that incorporates elements of rock into it, but it does it so well. I don't know who that guy is in the background. It kind of sounds like Lil Jon, but whatever it is, it adds so much to this track. I also like the attitude of, you know what, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And then we get to the part of this album that, for me, is kind of sluggish. Starting with the track Like the Boys, which definitely could have used a little more oomph. It has this really funky, groovy instrumental that Rina is really good over, but I don't know, I just find after 3 really hard rock songs, you kind of get this song. It kind of feels like a weird contrast that doesn't work all that well. Akasaka. Sad is like a trap EDM banger, but I wish it had a little more going for it. If Clarence Clarity's production comes through on any song on this album, it's this one. Because this song definitely reminds me of what could have been on Know Now or even Think Piece. The glitchy instrumental, the vocals that are manipulated, even the drum pattern sounds like something off of Know Now. Paradisin' and Love Me For Me are both songs that I don't really find all that memorable, unfortunately. Again, these two songs leave a lot to be desired, for me at least. I think the production could have been just a little bit heftier, a little bit better as well. Again, after the first 3 songs, you get songs that don't really contrast with those first 3 songs all that well. Bad Friend, lyrically, could have been way better. I don't like the chorus of this track. It's like Rina is saying, oh my gosh, I've missed so many things, I'm such a bad friend, which doesn't come off entirely quirky or funny to me. It kind of reminds me of like someone who's trying to get sympathy from another person. Again, I didn't like the sentiment of this song. I thought it could have been written better. And sure, I'm going kind of hard into some of these songs, but the last leg of this album is actually pretty good. After the somewhat underwritten and meandering track Fuck This World, we get songs like Who's Gonna Save You Now as well as Tokyo Love Hotel. Who's Gonna Save You Now brings back that hard rock element that was very much needed throughout this album. Given a presentation of a crowd, it is just larger than life. I imagine fireworks going on and fire in the background as she's performing this live on a stage. And it's just very anthemic too, like it's songs like these that I want more of in a Rina Sawayama album. I also really enjoy Tokyo Love Hotel, which reminds me a lot, like it reminds me so much of Ariana Grande's Into You, which isn't a bad thing. I love that song. And I do like this song as well. Driving dance beats along with these pulsating synthesizers and Rina Sawayama's vocal performance all work in harmony together and make for a really amazing pop anthem to be remembered. Chosen Family was a single that I really like. I love how well written this song is, and the sentiments on these songs are great. Lyrically, it's also one of the best songs on here. We don't need to be related to relate, we don't need to share genes or a surname. You are my chosen family. So what if we don't look the same? We've been going through the same thing. Yeah, you are my chosen family. It's a somber moment that nearly got to me for some reason, I don't know why, and that electric guitar lead towards the last leg of the song, oh my gosh, it is so good. You then have the song Snakeskin, which ends the album off. I wish I had a little more to say about the song. I kind of get the approach it's going for, kind of like a theatrical end, but the chorus is just very anticlimactic. And I wish this album ended a little more bombastically. And I do wish there was a little more gravitas to this album. For what it is, this is a fine pop album, and I definitely think Rina has a bright and bold future ahead of her. Even if she wears her influences on her sleeve, I'm not only talking about Ariana Grande, but some of the J-pop divas like Ayumi Hamasaki or even Kodakumi. But even then, she adds her own flair and personality to them. Again, I wish these songs were more embellished, had a lot more going for them. I also wish the middle portion of this album didn't drag on as long as it does. But for me personally, it's a very strong B-. However, I am curious to know what are your thoughts and opinions on this album down below. Let me know what albums you want me to review next, and that is it. Leave a like, comment, share, do whatever you want. Let me know how I can improve future videos down below. Remember, this is only my opinion, because music is subjective.